Hey everybody, welcome to episode 57 of Round the Twist. It's September 15th, 2010, and I've got a whole bunch of stuff to get through. It's like I had the blahs last week, and this week it's suddenly like, bam, everything hit, and yeah, things have been going well. So let's get started. What I have on the needles. I know you're sick of seeing them, but the Eunice socks that I have the first one done for my for a coworker of mine who retired, Carol. There's the first one done. Second one, I have begun the heel flap. I think I'm like 6, maybe 7 rows into the heel flap. So those are coming along. These are definitely my work knitting, and tonight they will be my TV movie watching knitting because, dang, they have to get done, and soonish. I promised them to her before Christmas. I kind of gave myself a way out by date. But this is I realize I haven't mentioned the yarn or the needles in a while. So, Volmisa, 100% in the We're Different version of the Pesto colorway, which is gorgeous. It's a beautiful green. I really wish they would have fit me, but they fit Carol, so yay. I didn't have to rip out a toe. It works for me, and honestly, my sock drawer is exploding right now, so I don't need more socks for me at the moment. Next, the True Blood Red Clapa Tee. I actually had out at knitting group tonight, and I still haven't gotten to the dropping stitches section, but I think I have 2 more. I'm going to knit it to pattern, I think, and we'll see how far that gets me. So I have 2 more pattern repeats, I believe, of the straight sections, and then rows 1 through 6 of or not the straight sections, the increase sections to make it wide enough. 2 more repeats, and then rows 1 through 6 again, and then I can start the straight rows, which is where the drop stitches will happen. It's Blue Moon Fiber Arts Woo Woo in the True Blood Red colorway. Bamboo makes it pink. And the needles are, hang on, that's too big. Oh, there it is. It's a 4.5 millimeter needle. Forgot to write it down. Sorry. Size it on the podcast for you. And all of my stitch markers are from the lovely Jillian at weones.etsy.com. I just added the little chili penguins tonight that I believe I showed you last week or 2 weeks ago, but added those tonight when I was at Whole Foods. So that is coming since I've got a few things finished, which I will talk about in a bit. I've also, in the evenings when I've just needed brainless stuff, and since I no longer have a mindless sock project, I have been crocheting. More of the little hexagons. I've got a bunch in Sugar Plums. I've got 3 in, I believe this was Sapphire, Star Sapphire, and I've got 3 done in the Lenore colorway in the Ravens Clan. So those are going in my bag of hexagons, which I really need to start joining up one of these days with the black that I got from the Loopy, but that'll come. I'm just crocheting my little heart out, and then I've got, oh, hang on, sorry. This is just some of my leftovers of my sock yarn, so I've got a ways to go, and it's just going to keep adding and adding, and eventually I'll show you something joined up so it actually looks like something. Hopefully a blanket. Fingers crossed. And really, right now, that's all that I have on the needles, because I finished a couple things. Yes. In a bit, we'll get there. Sorry. What's on my wheel, or off my wheel, is the Enchanted Knoll Farms in Sedona Superwash Merino. It was a 4-ounce braid, and I ended up with 418 yards of 3-ply fingering weight, and it's a lighter fingering weight. I was getting 21 wraps per inch on the final, and it's balanced. Yay! I'm very excited about this. I wasn't so sure about it when I was spinning it because it's really not my colors, but this was some of the stuff that my friend Kara, Shells sells on Ravelry, I believe, that we were trading back and forth. So this is some of hers that she gave me, and I finally finished spinning it. So now I have to come up with the next thing to put on the needle, and if anyone would care to input. I've got stuff. I'm kind of leaning towards some stuff from Yarn Love that I got at Sock Summit last year, one of their special colorways, which of course I didn't bring in with me. It's over in the stash room. Toward that, towards some biffle and silk fiber that Diabolical sent to me. Toward the merino tencel that Tara from the Dying Arts gave me. I've got some baby camel and silk that I've had 4 years, 5 years. I don't know, but it's a thing of it's a thing of beauty. It's gorgeous. And I don't know what to spin next. So input, please. I wish I'd remembered to bring it in so I could show you guys. But yeah, I'm going to go stash diving, see what I can find. Mom and Dad are coming down to visit this weekend, so hopefully I need to get to work flick carding, or put Dad to work flick carding again, and finish up Millie's fleece, and then I can start spinning on that as well. Oh yeah, sorry, a bit more about the Sedona. I spun the singles at the 27.5:1 ratio on my bee, and then plied the 3 singles together on my Lendrum. I believe it's at the 19:1 ratio, just because I'm lazy, and when I'm flying I don't like to have to stop to change hooks. And my Lendrum has the woolly winder on it, but it came out beautiful. I love it. Gorgeous colors here. Another close-up shot just for you guys. Pretty. All right, FOs of the week. Let's start with what I have down here. Oh, hang on, I'm getting dry first, so. Got a restock on the San Marco coffee, so I have peach apricot this week, and the caramel apple from them to die for. Okay. Socks. FOs. Here we go. These are my One Crazy Year socks out of the Zauberball Crazy, which is the plied Zauberball in Fliederduft, which I'm sure I'm butchering. I know everyone gave me little German lessons on how to pronounce it, but I forgot to look it up. It's the Berries colorway at the Loopy U, and it's gorgeousness. It's the Hermione's Everyday Socks stitch pattern, but I did it over 72 stitches on US 1s, the 2.25 millimeter needles, and I really, really like how they came out. The fabric on these is so much better than the last socks I did out of the Zauberball Crazy for that elderly gentleman in my hometown, Art. And I like it so much more. And we'll see how it holds up, but it feels like a much firmer, squishier fabric on the 1s than it was on the 2s. So those are done. Whoops. Gosh, everything's falling over, sorry. The first scrape was my nitty-gritty, and the second one was the sock blockers falling over. So, you know what? Why don't we break it right there, and we'll come back with one more FO and then move on to a bunch of news and various other things. So I will see you guys in a bit.